believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly, and I believe I can fly. This is the moment. This is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment.
Have a pleasant day, everyone. Welcome to the JERVIN Eagle Viewpoints. Our text for consideration is found in Philippians 2 verse 5. It says, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus." The question is, how do we gauge maturity? Well, this will lead us to our topic for this vlog, which is self-actualization is genuine maturity. Maturity is not a public phase. Well, there are many ways to do so, but if we will be talking about socio-emotional maturity, there is only one theory that can very well define what we mean. This is the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Beloved vlogmates, this is still your JERVIN Eagle Viewpoints vlog, and this is your content provider, Prospero Hintapanan Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy.
Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, when all...
According to the theory of Abraham Maslow, the most basic need of man is his physiologic needs, meaning the need of the physical body such as food, water, rest, and even sex for reproduction. The second need of man is safety and security needs. Here, you will have shelter, clothing, and even education. This need has something to do with security of being alive. The third need of man is love and belongingness. This is the need to feel that they are part of something. This is the need to belong to a group, the need to be accepted, and the feeling of having a loved one. The fourth need of man is the most dangerous need. This is the need wherein the struggles of first and second and third needs yields as a result, and oftentimes the result becomes the reason for the fourth need, which is self-esteem. It is never wrong to feel important and to feel appreciated. Again, it is not wrong to feel important and appreciated. What is wrong is if the feeling of importance and acceptance are already stolen or acquired in greed. Self-esteem usually becomes successful when the person knows that it is not the fame that makes the situation a success, rather it is the feeling that you have done something good which is expected of a person who is also good. The fifth and last need of man is self-actualization. Oftentimes, when man understands that things in this world happens for a reason, whether negative or positive, whether in his favor or on the opposite, whether for her gain or loss, then self-actualization is already starting to happen. This is the stage wherein happiness is not only due to pride or appreciation. It is the contentment from deep within and the acceptance of reality that makes one very cooperative and supportive of reality's greatest asset, which is happiness. In the present society, it is a realistic perception that people equate self-awareness with their achievements and their lucrative positions. The fact of the matter is, are they happy being there? Are they really deserving to be in that position? Are they there to emanate real happiness to all the people around them and also to their teammates? Because if they are not, they are just facades of pretensions to avoid being identified as being glued or stagnated at self-esteem due to the fact that there is still no realization of true esteem. But still in the quadrangle of pride, self-centeredness, and self-greatness infatuations. Here is the greatest reality that many people are trying to escape. People turn towards the twilight of their career, but that doesn't mean that they already achieved self-awareness. On the contrary, people might be too early in life to attain self-awareness because they're triggered by situations to do so, and they responded to such situation positively. Dear vlogmates, it is not the white hairs that gives us the authority to tell the world that we are already at the peak of Maslow's theory. It is not even our years of service that makes it a platinum for us to claim that awareness is already our shield. Oftentimes, people who try to convince other people that they are already in the stage of self-claimed awareness are the ones who are actually physically and evidently not there yet. Oftentimes, there are 5 P's that blocks one person's capability of attaining self-awareness. This is number 1, pride. Oftentimes, too much belief on self. Number 2, position. Too much self-exaltation due to present job description. Number 3, possession. The ability to think that their money can rule the world. Number 4, profession. The tendency to look down at others because they feel that with their academic Tower of Babel, they can already lord it over in the work area. Number 5, prejudice. The ability not to listen to people who are not in the same wavelength or company, even with the evidence that these people can help. If these 5 P's are still electrifying us, then we might see the sunset coming without even reaching the self-awareness stage of life. Yes, dear vlog aficionados, Abraham Maslow, the author of this theory, admitted that all people can reach self-esteem stages of needs, but not all become successful in stepping on the portals of self-awareness because they cannot leave the letter I syndrome. They feel they would faint. They feel they would deoxygenate. They feel they would deteriorate if they cannot display the I factor in them. That is why for people who are already in the stage of self-awareness, it is always a feeling of pity, a feeling of sympathy, a feeling of absolute sorry that they feel when they are being exposed to these people who are not yet self-aware, because it can always end up catastrophic if these ones will end up not fertilizing their I needs, especially when things are already complied. Do you want to know what are the symptoms of people claiming self-awareness, yet displaying obvious high-grade self-esteem stagnation? Well, here are the signs and symptoms. Number 1, and the next following numbers will be the same. Name attachments to projects, name attachments to accomplishments, name attachments to announce positive information, name attachment to a group completion of tasks. It is always about the name, the name, the name, and the name. In other words, they are scrambling it out who gets the credit. The sooner we will do the work without others telling that we did the work or not forecasting our role in the work, the more that we are nearing the awareness continuum. Question is, are we really ready to be self-aware? Question is, are we already self-aware? Or are we still busy proving to others that we are already self-aware? Remember, facades can only last while it can carry the weight of the actual force. But time will come that facades will break and eventually show what is really in the actual unseen zone.
All these years I've faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I've made it on my own. This is the moment, my final take.
This is JERVIN Eagle Viewpoint saying, let us emanate self-awareness from the inside and stop pretending from the outside that we are already in this stage if we are not. Remember, the truth will set us free. This is your content provider, Bros Gonzaga Jr., known to my students as Sir Noy, and that's the way the eagle hooked the prey. God bless everyone and have a great self-esteem reaching season. It is always my prayer that all of us will reach the peak of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.